G'day there. Welcome back to Cut to the Sith Side. Great to have you back for another week of Star Wars discussions. It's just me and Tony here today. We're getting back just the OG duo. Kai, our dear friend, is just trying to sort things out over in SoCal. Of course, the horrible images of all the fires raging through SoCal at the moment.
Yes.
Shouting out to everyone down there. Hopefully you're keeping safe. And Kai's kind of in that area, so he's had some blackouts.
Power
But he's
outs. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. But he's okay for now, and we just hoping he stays safe. So shout out to our dear friend Kai. Hopefully him and everyone is staying safe. Tony, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you.
I am doing great. Good to see you too. How you doing today?
I'm so good. Why am I so good? I really enjoyed yesterday's episode of Skeleton Crew. I can't wait to discuss it all today.
Yes.
And then I had a night in last night and I watched Attack of the Clones just for like
Ooh.
nostalgia reasons. And if you saw my story, I like read along the visual dictionary as I was watching the movie, and it was such an enhanced experience. I loved it. So like every scene, like the start of the movie, and I'm flicking through like all the Padme handmaidens, and then I'm flicking through all the Geonosian stuff, and like looking at the costumes and how they did everything, and then kind of just like watching the movie and reading the visual dictionary. It was just this like heightened experience. It was really fun. It was really cool. So yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm loving life. Loving life.
I love the prequel so much. Oh, it's such a good feeling because like I still get that magical feeling when I watch any of them. I put them on and it takes me back in time to when I first saw it every single time.
Yeah, 100%. Like it doesn't wear off. Like I'm never not impressed. I'm never not like, wow, this is magical. It's just always so engaging. I love it. Every scene is perfection. Every single scene is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we could go through the chat real quick, and then I want to get into that episode because it was juicy.
Let's do it.
Oh,
yes,
God. So, Brick Creations, hello. This is where the fun begins. We got Skywalker's Academy. Somehow Shreddy returned. Phidias in the building. And well. Hello there, Mr. Quinlan. We got Star Wars Order in the building. Hitokiri. Hey, yo, what's up? Somehow the Sith side returned. What up, Tim? We got Tim. Bryant. What's good, Bryant? Bryant, that's my guy right there. Bryant in the building. We just recorded for Sith Talk this morning. It'll be out this Friday. This guy has every master replica ever. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy. Rello, what up? Gory Comics. So actually, guys, and I just remembered seeing his name, we're going to be giving away a shirt today. Yeah. So Gory Comics hit us up, and he wants to give away, I think it's the Neil shirt.
Yeah. I got it.
Right?
It's kind of cold here at the moment. This one. Boom.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving that away sometime during the stream. So stay tuned. Free Neil shirt. Trent. Hey, yo. What's up, Trent? Luffy in the building. Thanura in the building. Joseph.
Legends in here.
Yes. We got everybody in here. What's up, Thomas? Excited to hear the discussion? Yes. Oh. DB.
We have things to say about it. We have things to say about this episode.
Whew. Oh, yeah. DB in the building. Andre in the building. Brady. Eben. What up, bro? Eben in the building. What's up, John? Yo ho ho and a bottle of blue milk. Let's go.
Oh, so good.
I love it. And that pretty much wraps up everybody. So yesterday's episode, when it finished, what are your thoughts and reaction to episode 7?
Yeah. It took me by surprise. Again, I was really happy with like the amount that happened within the episode. It was just, there was so much to process. I really was like into the tension of this episode. There was like some really great scenes that I was really like, what is going to happen? Like, how is this going to turn out? Obviously, like starting off the episode with like Neil's mum being like stunned to the ground. I was like, yo, where is this going? This is wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think all the scenes were just really interesting. I just loved the tension. I loved the intensity of it. It was really great. Yeah, the second it ended, I was like, that was a penultimate episode. Like that's what a penultimate episode should be. Lots of build up, suspense, kind of this real climax of the story, then the finale is how it all shakes out and how it all settles and pans out. So yeah, I thought it was a really great, exciting episode. What did you think?
Yeah. So going in, not that I was worried, but like I'm always cautious because with these Star Wars shows, the last like two episodes, usually it's like they kind of like fumble in the seventh episode and then they have to rush the finale or this or
Mm,
that. So I loved everything we got. And the whole time I'm like, how are they going to get out of this? There's no, like, what are they going to do? And even how it
mm.
ended, I'm like, there's literally nothing that nobody can do in that situation that they're in. It blew me away. The one thing that didn't catch me off guard, but everybody was assuming we would get a Jod backstory. And I think
Yes, yeah.
people were under that assumption because Jude Law said the seventh episode is his favorite episode. So everyone just assumed, oh, that must mean we're getting his story, his backstory. We didn't. And I was actually happy that they didn't. And I don't need his backstory anymore. He is just a scumbag, staying a scumbag. And I love that he's true to his roots and isn't flip flopping at all because he was a dick,
100%.
savage.
100%. Yeah, I totally agree. I think, yeah, like after the fact, I was like, oh, like, wasn't this meant to be a flashback? But then I kind of didn't like I wasn't too upset about that because I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this was a sick episode. Like it showed a lot of his character and like what he was up to. Um and yeah, like honestly, I don't know. Like I really assumed they were gonna do this whole he's a baddie, he will turn good. But I can't see that happening. I can't see him turning in one
Yes.
episode.
Good.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay nasty. Yeah.
I said that from the beginning that I don't want him. I want him just to
Mm,
be bad and stay bad, and that's it. And it looks like we're getting that. And I didn't think we were gonna get that. But
mm.
honestly, I think from the whole show, my favorite scene was him on the ship, like yelling at the kids, because it was such a tense and like messed up situation.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is not a kid show. He said,
Yeah. I had that
shut
same thought. I'm like, oh.
yeah. Shut up, get on the floor, face down, don't look at me, don't talk. You're the worst one. You're spoiled.
Mm.
I love the hologram. I'm gonna cut up your parents now that I know what they look like. Like, what?
Yeah, like they surely are not going to be like, but we forgive him in the end. Like, surely not. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That scene had me so uncomfortable.
Yes.
But I think it was meant to be super uncomfortable because it's like
Yeah.
it's one thing to see like a bad guy against a bad guy, like Jod and Brutus and like all the pirates
Yeah,
like
yeah,
being
yeah.
horrible. Like that's the villain group, yeah. But then seeing him being like an absolute asshole to like these kids that we've really got to know and like enjoy was just so uncomfortable. It was like, oh, like it's one thing to be a bad guy, but to be a bad guy to these like kids is so just
Yeah.
irky. It's horrible. But yeah, good character building though. Like it shows his character.
Even there was one point though I got pissed at him because Neil was like, "Oh, the autopilot's on." He's like, "Shut up!" I was like, "Oh man!" When he
Yeah.
snapped that, I felt so bad because he was so scared. And then
Yeah.
when he stepped over Smee after he decapitated him,
Mm.
I thought he was gonna step on the little creature, and that was gonna piss me off because I was like,
Me
"No!"
too.
I
Yes.
thought he was gonna squash it, and I was about to be pissed, but
Yeah.
the minute he was on that ship and Smee started going towards him, I knew he was going to pull out the lightsaber. I knew it right
Yeah.
away. And like, it sucks seeing Smee go down, but you can fix him. He's a droid. Just put it back together.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like
they'll
3PO's
fix it
head has come
a
off like
lot.
so many times. Like it's okay. It just screws back on. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. But the only thing that the difference was is that I didn't expect the lightsaber, but which was a great moment for me, being
Oh,
like,
I knew
oh,
he
this is
had it.
really tense, and he was just like, boom, like that was like, yeah,
Yeah.
great reveal, well done, that was really great. Um, But I mean, this is only one scene we're even touching on here. There's so many other parts happened throughout the episode. Let's talk a bit about the pirates, because they were super cool. It's such a odd bunch of characters and
Yeah.
looking people. And R.I.P. Brutus, who went down like a absolute chump by Jod.
Yep.
Like that was when I was like, okay, they're not going to turn this guy around. Like, surely not. He's going to have this good guy arc,
Yeah.
because that was brutal. Like I did not feel that coming at all. Like, I thought he was just gonna like keep him hostage or something. But
No,
no,
I do it
insane.
right away. Like in my reaction, I called it before he said, I'm like, oh, he's gonna kill him. The second he picked up that gun and looked at him, I'm like, yo, this dude is done and he's gonna
Mm,
take the ship. And he did. And I liked the beginning when they got there and the whole planet was covered in gas. Cause I thought the barrier
mm.
was maybe just covering a portion of it to make it look like a little bit of gas.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
but it was the whole planet. And then when they sent the ships in, like that was cool seeing them get destroyed. And
Mm.
how when the what's the freaking ship called? I forgot the freaking name already.
The
The
Onyx Cinder.
Onyx Cinder, when that pulled up and they were like, it's the key. I was so curious to see how that was the key. And
Mm,
like the fact that it was a ship from the mint, I didn't
mm,
realize it till today. And I don't know if you like thought of this, because remember, Smee said that the captain stole the ship so we could get out of the barrier, right? You remember that part?
yes. Yeah, yeah.
How did they get in there in the first place to get to the mint, to steal the ship, to get out? Does that mean the captain is from At-Atin, born and raised, and he stole that ship and they dipped? Because
Ooh,
how else would they get through that barrier? Because obviously
that's a
nobody's
good
gone through that
question.
barrier in 100 years.
That is a very good question,
Yeah, there's
because
no.
the stolen Onyx Cinder, it like The
It's from the
how did
mint.
it crash? How did it crash though? Like did they try and leave and they like didn't
Oh,
make it away and
I
had to crash?
no. So they must have left because they went to all the other planets to destroy the coordinates, and then they came back
Mm.
to At-Atin. And I'm guessing when
Oh
they came
yeah.
back, maybe it crashed for some reason. Maybe because those pirates were fighting on the ship and it crashed from greed.
Because that's been the interesting thing to me, is that like the two other, when we first saw those two other skeletons, and they were like stabbed, like they weren't just like blast of fire. They were like
Yeah.
stabbed with a sword. So it's like, okay, is that the captain did that? And did the captain, I like your theory here, is like, did he come from At-Atin? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, really. Wow, interesting. My theory of the captain has sort of been debunked by this point, because
Mhm.
I really thought it was going to be Neil's dad. And I'm like
Well,
kind of
it still could be his. Oh wait, was his
mm,
dad there? No, his dad wasn't there when they were hugging. Wasn't it just the mom at the end?
yeah, it was those
The
only
dad wasn't
parents,
there.
yeah. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
dad could be at the tower still.
Because we know he's like fairly recently around, because they have young like Neil babies.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah,
so, yeah, so it's like, is he the supervisor and his family doesn't know that? Maybe that's my theory. Like
yeah.
he's in charge. Um, but
I
I don't know. I don't know.
I have a new theory for the supervisor, but shout out to Rossi sending 2 super stickers, $1.49,
Thank you.
$1.49, and then Ricky with the $2, which is going to lead to my point. Who's going to stop Jod? Lightsaber battle in episode 8. So
Ooh.
how it ended and how the situation is, nobody there can stop a force sensitive pirate with a lightsaber. Now,
Mm,
what if the supervisor is a former Jedi from the old Republic, like a species that lives mad long and he's just there retired, like Yoda on Dagobah? He's just
mm,
there. I'm just on vacation printing money, and he sees Jod
mm.
there. That would be the only way somebody could stop Jod and go toe to toe, if the supervisor is a former Jedi. Other than
That's interesting.
if
Yeah.
it's not, they're probably all dead and they're gonna steal all the money and the show's over because no one's gonna stop them.
Yeah, I think that is a really great question to ask. And that's why I think this finale is going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be really solid because that's what we got to find out. Like that's the only answer left. Like
Yeah.
I feel like all the moments leading up to this like within this episode kind of just again was explaining everything like this like nebulous gas like around and how it's like a barrier and like how the barrier works. Like we learned all that. Like we didn't know that a few episodes ago, but we know so much of it about everything now. So it's like, yeah, the one answer is like, how does Jod be stopped? And who is the supervisor? I guess is the two
Yeah.
questions to be answered. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I think like I think it was on Twitter or something. I saw someone kind of compare that this is similar. This could shake out similarly as the vault scene in Andor, where they had that like the heist scene with the money, and they all tried to get the money on the
Uh-huh.
heist. You know what I'm talking about?
But
You look so puzzled.
so that was when Cassian robbed them and he just stole their ship with all the money and he flew out, right? Into like the fireworks star thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like, is it going to be a similar thing where it's like Jod now? Because the final moment of the episode is like he's got the kids there, the parents there.
Oh,
He's going to have them all hostage, being like, "Fill up my ship, fill up the ship with all
oh,
the
and then
credits or something."
get out with one load. Yeah, that's
Mm,
potential. Yeah.
mm,
But
yeah,
I don't think he's gonna do that and fill up one because he knows nobody could stop him. And there's
it's true.
1139 volts. He's gonna want to like all of them or a
That's a good
couple
point.
or a
That is
couple.
a good point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe going back to that, like if the supervisor is just like a bloke that's just kind of hanging out, like Jod could easily be like, "I'm the captain now of this planet. Like everything's fine now," and just
Mm,
either kill him, hold him hostage. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be crazy. Uh, some great visual scenes in this episode I really loved. Specifically the got like going through this gas barrier thing,
yes, the chase, the
which
space
was
chase.
yeah, that was really enjoyable. I thought that was really well done. Like visually just looked sick. It reminded me of the chase in Attack of the Clones, of like, Kenobi and Boba and Django going
Yeah,
through the asteroid field. Like it was just that kind of stimulating. Like there's a lot of flashes, like trying to follow who's flying where and like how they're going. Like I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really well done.
like
Mhm.
Solo too when he was doing the Kessel Run with the Falcon.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like
literally.
through the clouds and that creature and stuff. Yeah, the cloud scene was great. I loved it. But I was worried a little bit because I'm like, are they gonna get struck down? Like, there's no way they could get struck down. And I was
Mm,
curious, like, is that ship is like that metal or something, like a special metal that way they could get through? But then he explained what it was. But it was crazy
mm,
seeing those ships flying next to him and getting one exploded, the other exploded, and they're all worried. And then all of a sudden
yeah.
they drive by it, the light turns green, and they get through. And I'm like, oh, I liked how the planet was kind of just in the middle and it was like a big cloud because
Yes, that
I
was
thought
weird.
it
Yeah,
was weird, but I liked it because I thought after the clouds they would just be on the planet. No,
yeah,
it's a huge barrier, which is
yeah.
insane. Kind of like Tanalor and Survivor, like a hidden planet that you need the
Mm.
coordinates to get to.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think, yeah, I was like yelling at the TV at the point of flying through, and I was like, how are they not being struck? And why are they
Yep.
flying so close to the giant electromagnetic thing? Like, like they're clearly spaced out, but why are they going so close? But then it was like, oh, their ship is like invincible to it, or like it doesn't
Yeah.
pick it up. I was like, okay, this makes sense. But I was like, why are they not getting like demolished right now? But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Insane.
good. And then I loved the visually the scene of them when they landed and then they went down and they kept going down and then you see like a level and like there's a bunch of like weird
Mm,
things like what are they doing there? And then they go
yeah.
all the way down. You get the vault, it opens up and as he's walking in it's just gold everywhere. Like that was a really
Mm,
really cool visual scene.
and I really liked the scene where, like, Jod, you just saw how, like, manic he is and how like just greedy and crazy he is when he's just like maniacally
Showering in it.
laughing. Yeah,
Yeah,
just like oh,
yeah,
oh, I
yes.
was like, yeah, wow, damn, this guy is insane. But yeah, it was really cool seeing sort of the city, like you're saying, like how like it just like the earth just like opened up.
Opened up.
And it's like, yeah, who knows about this vault? Because one quote of the episode was from Wim's dad mentioning how like you weren't meant to find out about all this until you graduated. That really piqued
Yeah.
my interest. I was
I
like, what
was
does
I
that
was like, what does
mean?
that mean?
What?
Yes. Like, what does that? Yeah. Hopefully
Mm,
that like now, hopefully that kind of gets explained or touched on, or how the captain got the ship originally. Like,
mhm.
I just hope they tie all these loose ends, but I feel like whatever they're gonna do is gonna be satisfying because episode 7, I was full. When it
Yeah.
ended, I was like, you could end here already. Like, this is too good. It was very satisfying.
Yeah.
So yeah, the finale, and I don't even care the length. Like, guys, I feel like the finale is just gonna hit because it's not like there's a ton left over. They're gonna just nail. I think they're just gonna nail the landing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think I compare this like penultimate episode to the Mando season 3 penultimate episode. And this is
Mhm.
just miles above. Like overall as a show, it's very interesting like where this sits in like how much I enjoy it and love it compared to other shows.
Yeah,
But when I start looking with the magnifying glass, I'm like, this is a cracking like second last episode compared to Mando 3, which was I mean I can barely remember what happened in that penultimate, but I remember it being quite bland.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, again the tension. I love like the parents, like I mentioned at the start, but like the intro with the parents and like that whole
Yeah,
scene trying to get the communication thing up.
yep,
Sick. Like again, it's just got all those like Star Warsy feels to it. Like it's like a little probe droid. Like we've seen so many different types of droids. I was like, okay,
yeah,
constantly I'm like, we are in Star Wars with this show really well. Yeah, that was a really fun scene, and the droids just like being idiots and like being super like you are breaking protocol. Like that was
yeah.
so cool. It was just so well done. I loved it. I loved it. It was really really great. Mm.
Shout out to Illyrio with the 8-month member chat. Hi Hannah, hi Tony. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank
Hey,
you. How you
thanks.
doing?
Too, man.
And then Zuhair with the $2 Canadian. Enjoy this episode a lot. Might be my favorite so far.
I agree.
I think it's my favorite. I think this is my favorite because like so much happened, and like just the Jod stuff with his character development. I freaking loved it. Like
Mm.
a bad guy staying bad. Not everyone needs to be nice. Like just be true to yourself. And I
Oh,
loved
love
it.
it.
I loved it. I think it was my favorite for
Yeah,
sure.
100%, 100%. There's so many legends in the chat. Hey, Mache, how you doing? How you doing? Um, Darkwing Collections. There should have been a cameo from Johnny Depp as one of the pirates. That would have been great. That would have been great. That would have been
Oh
so
my
funny.
god, yes, yes.
I would have loved that.
Now,
Um,
I don't think we're gonna
yeah.
get Hondo at all though, which kind of
I don't
sucks.
think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
But I actually like in context of everything, I think it would have actually derailed a little bit, like, in terms
yeah,
of the story they're trying to tell here and show us. I think having Hondo come in and being like, "Oh, it's a Hondo episode, and, I'm
yeah,
here,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
yay."
yeah.
Like, as cool and as much as I love Hondo, it would have taken away, I think, from the purpose of the story. So, yeah, I'm, like, kind of disappointed, but also kind of relieved. I'm like, "No, this makes sense that it's just, like,
Yeah.
this story with all these new characters."
The only way I think a Hondo would have worked would have been like the second episode if he was just at the bar and we saw him like in passing as they're running. And we're like, Hondo's drinking at the bar. Something like that. That way it's just quick and we're like, okay, Hondo, and that's it. But yeah, other than that,
Yeah, fair.
if it was like an episode and he had lines and was part of it, I would just want more of him and nothing else. So
Mm.
I think
What if the supervisor is Hondo? Hondo's not that smart. I don't know.
I don't think he's old enough because whoever is the supervisor had to probably be from that planet or be a species that's hundreds of years old. And
Mm.
somebody commented on one of my videos that they thought that announcement from the supervisor was like a pre-recorded generic announcement, and that might not even be their actual voice.
What if the twist is that there is no supervisor
It's just the
and
droids.
it's just the droids and they're just running off programming and they're just running off like there's just all these hundreds of droids trained to be like, oh, wait for the supervisor. Wait here, that's protocol. Like, and there's no supervisor, there's no one in charge. And then there kind of has to be this mutiny against droids.
That'd be crazy. But then that would mean that, man, they're done, because then Jod's there. He would take over, let the pirates in, and they would just kill everybody.
Yeah, it'll be kind of wild, which would be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
What else happened with the pirates? That was just I love how like as kind of badass and aggressive and intense Brutus was. Yeah, I feel like he did give Jod one too many chances there. He just kept being like, "All right, one more try." Like it's like, come on, man.
No, he did. We probably could have got more Brutus because he just looked so cool. But yeah, he kind of went out like a little punk.
He did. He really did. In that scene where like the Cinder was like on the ship and they were coming down, or like were, you know, the kids were on board. I thought they were going to come down like how they came down on the Spa planet, where they like were lowered down and like dressed up. But I was like, oh no, wow, the claw kind of caught me surprise. Just like,
So I think I was talking to Ricky earlier today. He thinks that one of the parents are gonna die, and he was saying like Wim's dad, and like I was like, man, if Wim's dad dies and he sees it, that could like spark something in him. Like if he is like potentially force sensitive because he wants to be a Jedi so bad, seeing his dad die could like bring that spark to him.
That's a good point, because that is still an interesting relationship they had. Like, and I love that we sort of lingered on them connecting with each other at the end, being like, you know, his father's not a naturally affectionate person to Wim, and we've seen that at the start. That was interesting. It was like, okay, what is this gonna like crack in Wim? Yeah, it's interesting. One of them could die. I can see it being one of the mums though, one of KB's mums. I can see that happening.
Really?
Oh,
thumbs up to the mom's
thumbs
dying?
up, man. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. No, this is. Hey! I love it.
Rossi with the $2 holler. Jod got a lot of chances because of the pirate code. He did. The pirate code did save them a lot, and like it even helped the kids get the ship back. I thought they got away. Like legit, I was like, oh shit, like they're gone. They got the ship. They're getting through the thing. They can't get through. I thought it was game over and they're good. And then this mofo pops up in the back like, hello there. Like, oh man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. See, like there was just so much in this episode. There was just so much going on. This is so fun. Like I haven't spoken with this much like interest and I think excitement personally since probably Ahsoka. Bad Batch, but live action Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I think nothing got me this really like, oh, what's gonna happen? This is sick. Like that didn't really hit for me during Acolyte, but I think I've been like the excitement I've had from this episode is like definitely back to Ahsoka days, being like, oh, what's gonna happen next with these characters?
No, it is, and it is fun because just like with Ahsoka, you had all these fun theories like, hey, like who's Marok? Where's Ezra? This and that, and like with this, it's like, what's gonna happen in the finale? You can have so many fun theories. Who's the supervisor? Is he a Jedi? Is it a droid? Like, I love it. I love it when you get to have convos like that and come up with these wacky ideas, and then after next week, see who's the closest to being right with whatever happened.
Yeah. We should like do a bingo card each and being like, these are the things that are gonna be happening in the finale, and we should see who wins, like who crosses off as many bingo squares. It's really funny. Chat going crazy right now about me sounding like Omega. Omega. Speaking of Omega, this when is that? March. I was looking at flights this morning. This March, I'm going down to Melbourne because Michelle Ang, the actual voice of Amiga, is going to be there. So hopefully going to interview her and get to at least hang out and see her, get an auto probably, which is really cool. And I'll prove to you that New Zealand accents and Australian accents are
Same
very
thing.
different.
Oh, that whole interview is going to sound like you just talking to yourself.
Yeah. It's good, probably.
Yo,
but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to meet her.
Yes. Rossi gifted you a member, gifted me a member. Thank you, Rossi.
Man, yes.
And then Star Wars Nerd with the gifted. Thank you so much. Let's go. That's going to be exciting talking to Omega, especially if you get to get an interview, which you probably will because you're the finesse king on getting these interviews.
I just schmooze anyone
Yes.
being like, let me at him.
Yes. So I cannot wait to see that. And like, bro, you guys you're twinsies.
I'll get her take on like whether I could pull off an Amiga. Like maybe I should maybe to the interview I'll wear a blonde wig. Be like, do you think like out of 10, how much could I pull off an Amiga?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, Skelly Crew. Impressed. I know we should probably leave this until we have the finale and we have the whole thing.
Yeah.
But where is the show sitting for you? Like at the moment in terms of just interest and investment and satisfaction in comparison specifically with the other live action shows?
Oh, so it's definitely leaving me way more satisfied than a lot of the other shows, but it's tough because like shows like Kenobi and Book of Boba that have a lot of their falls. Like if I had to pick one or the other, I have more ties to those shows because of Kenobi, because of Boba, because of Luke. But as far as being satisfied for a consistent show, this is more satisfying the whole way through. So it's like it's kind of weird because like if I ranked all these shows, like Skeleton Crew wouldn't rank as high because like I love the more Star Wars stuff, like Kenobi, the Anakin and Hayden stuff, and that fight at the end, like that is just a masterpiece and so much Star Wars to me. But this show is just super consistent and fun for a show. So it's almost like I got to put them on different scales, like like super Star Wars nostalgia shows and just like good shows. Like it's different.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like in my mind, Skeleton Crew sort of sits where how I think about Andor, like where it's like this is a really well produced, like really intensely thought about story for a specific purpose. But then I'm kind of with you where it's like if I had to choose what to sit down and watch, like I think that a nostalgia of Kenobi and Boba just like holds me still. But I am also one of those people that think those shows are both really great. And I'm like, these are like really like 9 out of 10 shows for me. Both of those. I'm also biased in that way.
Yeah, it's tricky because I was thinking about that if I were to do like a tier list video, but it's like those other shows would be higher just because of the nostalgia, especially Boba. Like people shit on Boba, but that Luke episode with Ahsoka is ridiculous. So good.
Yeah. It's illegal how good that episode should be. Like it's insane.
like the moment Ahsoka was like, "You're so much like your father." Holy shit. And then he had Yoda's lightsaber, like, and the episode before that Mando episode was insane. Fighting Paz, training with the armorer. He got the N1, built it from scratch with BD1 from Fallen Order. Like, what's going on? So I would prefer that just because I'm a sucker for all of that. But yeah, it's weird. But it's a great show, but like, yeah, it's just weird how to rank it with the other Star Wars shows.
Yeah, it really shows that you can't comparatively like hold up. I feel like any of the shows like 1-to-1 against each other because like Andor has better production and look and aesthetics and everything, but then to me Kenobi has like a more like compelling drive of like why to watch it and like character interest. So interesting. Interesting. What are we talking about? We're talking about just everything right now. We're just kind of throwing everything together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
one thing
crazy.
I did want to bring up, the celebration announcement we just got yesterday. You saw it, right?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, Sam
Yeah.
Witwer is going to be in Japan. So
Yes.
that's cool. That's awesome. I was a little selfishly not upset, but I was like, just one. Like I was clicking the arrow to scroll to the next one, and it wasn't more. It was just him. Because
Mm.
sometimes they'll do like 3 or 4 at a time. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's cool we got that one, but I need more. We're 3 months away. 3 months
Mm.
and
Yeah.
10 days away.
It's kind of crazy how yeah, not late they're leaving it because I'm trying to remember how soon did they announce guests for London and Anaheim, which I can't really remember.
It
But
was
it's like I feel like we should know more by now. Yeah.
No, I mean maybe more, but they still were doing announcements up until like a month to 2 months before. Because I remember Ewan was super last minute for Anaheim when they
Mm.
announced him. Like he was super last minute. And I remember I was driving to the barbershop when he got announced. And I was like, I had to like pull over because I had to like buy the photo op because it was like super out of nowhere. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there has to be more. So maybe, hopefully, they do like one a week for the next 3 months. That'd be nice, just to have
Yeah.
something to talk about, look forward to. But I think sometime this or next month, photos and autos will go on sale. So we should
Mm.
get that news soon.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And it is crazy. It's like, yeah, less than 100 days now to Japan, which is crazy.
Yes, I
So,
know.
so nuts. So,
It
so nuts.
it doesn't feel real because I've been making content and doing lives and talking about Japan
Yeah.
for like over a year now, like what, like 18 months now or six, like a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we're finally, it doesn't feel real. Like Hannah, it does
Yeah.
not feel real like we're going to Japan soon.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I think one of the crazy things is yeah, the amount of time that this was built up for, and especially yourself, like just the amount of time you have been talking about this is crazy. And like I remember doing streams even before tickets were announced or like available.
Oh
And
yeah.
then the whole like getting ticket thing was just like insane. And you had that crazy stream, like trying to get them.
Yes, that stream.
Insane.
I think I
Yeah.
had almost 300 people or like 250 people in that stream at one point. I'm like, what do I
Mm.
do with all these people? Hi guys. It was
Yeah. What do you
crazy.
do?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was like a 3 hour stream, and everybody in the stream got their tickets. It was so much fun.
Sounds
And
great.
then yeah, until now. So it's you know what's gonna be nuts? The Wednesday before we go, this show, the Wednesday before we go, because it's gonna be like, yo, Hannah, I'll see you next week, buddy.
Yeah,
Like, what the
catch her in person. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
yes.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yes.
Oh man, we gotta. I'm like, because are people asking you for doing like a meetup thing?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, do we do some sort of Sith side thing? Like,
Yeah,
do we
so we could
do we
do it.
hang out somewhere?
I was gonna try to plan it for the Thursday before celebration and try to do it
Oh yeah.
somewhere by the convention center, because Thursday everybody has to go there to pick up their badges and merch anyway. So I figured, why not make
Mm,
it convenient? 2 for 1. Go pick up your
yeah.
badges, come meet Tony and Hannah and say hi. Something
Yeah.
like that. So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could figure it out for sure. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I remember in Anaheim, like the picking up passes and everything. Like that was the day that like saw everyone. Like it is so true. It's like everyone
Yeah.
has to be at this like place at some
Yeah.
point throughout the day. So like that's where you see everyone and chat to everyone. It's so fun. But yeah, maybe we should do something there. I think that'd be cool.
No,
Very
100%.
cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Star Wars. Love Star Wars.
Oh man, cannot wait. Oh, well, maybe this is a good segue to give away free stuff. Shout out
Yeah, do it.
to Gory Comics. But guys, we are gonna give away this Neil t-shirt.
Real.
Would you just grab a
Amazing.
broom or a lightsaber?
No, a broom. Yes, I'm broom boy. I'm broom boy.
Oh man. So if you guys want a chance to win this Neil t-shirt, drop hashtag Neil in the chat right now. You guys have 2 minutes. 2 minutes for a chance to win this. And then if you don't win it, you can just go buy it. And
That's right.
I
Curry
think
comics.
the code the Sith side 15 should still work maybe, and you'll get 15% off, just in case.
We'll find out. We'll be corrected by Gory if not. It should be that way though. I love it. Insane.
How many days are you going to be out in Japan for again?
I'll be there for 9 days.
Oh,
I fly in Tuesday and then I fly out. Wait, I fly in Monday. I fly out Wednesday.
The next Wednesday. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we're gonna do a few days of touristy things afterward.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, everybody popped in. Oh, and it does work, guys. So the
there you go.
Sith side 15, you'll get 15% off.
Green's nice. I love it. How great are lightsabers, man?
Oh, I love it. It's oh man, especially the ones now. How advanced they are. Imagine having those back in like 2005. How insane that would be.
I thought that. Wow, my camera's really struggling with the color correction right now.
Look at this guy.
It's what the hell was I about to say? Oh yeah, like I thought that, like the flick out lightsabers were like peak like technology.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of insane. White.
All right, guys, maybe like 47 more seconds.
47.
47.
38 more seconds. We need to make it 66 more seconds. That's what we say.
66 more seconds, suckers. Got him.
Oh, it's so good. So good. What was that show? Oh, that's right. You keep calling them losers when they don't win. You're all losers.
If you don't win, what are you?
That's true.
I don't make that
loser. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
There was a member chat. Gray Jedi Serena just finished the 7th episode. It got extremely dark for a kid show. It is starting to really get good with plot. Happy New Year to you both. Happy New Year too. Yeah. It's after seeing that, it's not a kid show. That episode, no.
Like how do you if you have kids, like how do you sit them down and showing them that scene with Jod yelling at the kids? Like that was wild. That was so crazy.
Actually, though, that might work to like, you know, hey, if you don't listen, I'm gonna be just like Jod and get the lightsaber and go clean your room.
Gonna cut you to shreds.
Yeah.
Great parenting. Great parenting.
All right, we're gonna pull it right now. So start collecting the comments, and whoever wins, you guys will contact Gory Comics on Instagram to get your shirt, or you'll get nothing. But the winner of the Neil shirt is. Here we go.
Slow down.
Oh no!
It's still going.
Is it?
Stop.
Clan Talon, my boy, let's go. Yo, Talon, you won. So, Talon, hit up Gory Comics on Instagram for your Neil t-shirt. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm ready to be a loser. Power is shreddy, baby. Yes.
So good. Yeah, like Tim, I thought it was got stopped on you. I really thought it was you, Tim. That's so funny. Oh, it's so good. So good. Yeah, the t-shirt's outstanding. It's great. Gory does amazing design.
It is.
It's so good. So good. All hail Neil. What are the Star Wars things we got to gossip about?
I was gonna say, so next week's the finale, and after that, is it really gonna be all of February, all of March, and is it really gonna be like 3 full months of just nothing, like no updates, no info? Like it really is gonna be 3 months of darkness.
I think so. We'll go into the dark times, but we've had this before. We had it with after Ahsoka. We had about 3-4 months of like just silence and just like sitting there in the darkness. And I think it's going to be like that. Yeah, I think everything will be pretty quiet on the Star Wars front until Celebration. Like obviously they're going to hold everything they could possibly announce. Like why announce it just online randomly on a Tuesday afternoon when you can announce it to like 40,000 people who are going to go nuts for it. So yeah, I think they're just going to hold everything to Celebration.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah. We haven't gotten an official Andor trailer for the season 2, right? There was only like a little bit
Oh, no.
of a sizzle reel mixed in with a bunch of Disney Plus generic stuff. There wasn't like a full Andor
Mm,
trailer.
that's a good point.
Do you
Mm.
think they're gonna wait till isn't the Super Bowl soon? Don't they do shit like that during the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, they dropped the Mando ones. Mando ones around that time. Or is it the
Mhm.
Super Bowl? Or is it just NFL in general? It's like some random NFL game.
Well, no, well, you sometimes random NFL games, but the Super Bowl is February 9th. So that's gonna have like bajillion million people watching it. So I wonder if we're gonna get like a full Andor trailer
Would they pay
during the
that
Super
though?
Bowl.
Like those are super expensive. Would
No,
they be
they
willing to pay
are,
that?
but like you get the best bang for your buck because everybody's watching it.
I guess so. I guess so.
They got the money.
Yeah. I
Oh,
need more bigs.
exactly. It
100%.
needs to be just Bix. The trailer's just her just running. That's it. That's all I need. That's it.
So good. So good. Yeah. So okay. So Andor trailer's gonna drop sometime. Like if I was them, I would like drop it like the day after Skeleton Crew. Just because everyone's gonna be kind of talking about like, oh, Star Wars finale of a show. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is the next thing we can get excited for and kind of have that trailer for the next few months. But you're probably right. I think it'll probably come out in Feb sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, Fenora with the soupy. I think either Leia or Mon Mothma knows where Atten is, and one of them holds the role of emissary or at least an ancestor of Bail Organa.
That's a good point. Like, it was called emissary, right? A Republic emissary is what the robot called Jod when he got there. Was that the term they called him? Like, oh, you
Oh,
or
yeah,
an
yeah,
ambassador or whatever it was. Who are
yeah.
those people and why are they going there? Like, I want to
That's a
know
good
more
point.
about that process and how that works. Because clearly that droid just asked him. He's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. It was super Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan pulling up on Camino. That's why I'm here.
Yes, yes, I love that. Yeah, I thought that.
100%. Yeah, it was 100%
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. But the thing is that like the droids are still they're still under the impression it's the Republic. So it's like the
Yeah,
Republic,
the
like you've
Republic
come now.
emissary. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not they're not saying New Republic. So yeah, it's interesting. Who could be that connection or who could they've been really anticipating? It is very Camino Attack of the Clones, isn't it?
It
Being like,
is.
we've been waiting for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, so good. So good.
exactly. But I mean, other
Ah,
than that, right? I just started a few days ago the Bane novel, the first novel in the Bane trilogy, Path
oh,
to Destruction.
nice.
So a couple chapters in, I'm like, yo, this is juicy. I
Mm.
think I'm just gonna go super EU and just read all these crazy Sith books. Because there's
Mm.
nothing else to do, and it's like, hey, I like the bad guys. Why not read about them?
You really love the bad guys. You absolutely do.
And
100%.
I'm just the nicest person in the world, but I love these scumbags. It makes no sense.
So good. So random. Yeah. One book I'm about to finish, like literally pages left, is The Truce at Bakura,
The
which is
hell
an
is
EU
that?
book.
Oh, it's
Yeah, EU. Yeah, yeah. Deep. Well, it's one of those ones with just like a weird name made like 30 years
yeah,
ago. So one of those. But it's
nice.
super interesting. That is my second EU book I've read. And I'm gonna and also shout out one of the masters of my channel actually sent it to me. So appreciate
Mm.
him. Master CG. What's the other one? Leia. The Courtship of Princess Leia.
Oh,
So
nice.
is what I'm going to read because I'm a big Leia fan, especially in books. I've like
Ooh.
read all the canon Leia books and I love them.
Mhm.
So this is an EU Leia book. So super keen for that too. Let me know, chat. Has anyone read this yet? Or the Bane. I feel like everyone loves the Bane books. Everyone talks about the Bane books.
Yeah, this guy right here, Star Wars nerd, read the whole Bane trilogy, and he says he loves it more than Plagueis. But shout out to Star Wars
Ooh,
nerd, the $5. He says his name's Star Wars Sith. I expect him to love bad guys. It's
that's
true.
true. You know what? Fair.
True. It's true.
Fair take.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, this chat's so fun today. This is so fun. Shoot us some questions, chat, because like I feel like we've divulged all our thoughts about Skelly Crew. But drop some questions. Where are you? You're free to hang out for a bit, aren't you, Tony?
Yeah,
You're
of
free to hang out.
course. Of course. What do you
Drop
guys
some juicy
got?
questions for us.
Because there's
Yes,
not much
yes.
more we could talk about Skeleton Crew until next week. Because I have no
Mm,
idea what's gonna happen. Nobody freaking
mm.
knows.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Are the kids going to be at Celebration, do you reckon? You think they'll fly the kiddies out?
Oh, probably, yeah. I
Mm.
think so. I'm surprised they haven't announced that yet, because like, yeah, or I don't know. I think so.
Mm.
They were in
Mm.
yeah, probably they were in London. They were in London.
Oh, yeah.
They were there for
Wow.
just for the panel on stage. I
Mm.
think they would bring them to Japan. That way they can meet the fans and make a shit ton of money getting autographs and photos.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
100%.
I can see that happening for sure.
I love it. I love it. Because I remember one of the standout memories of Anaheim was when I think it was after the Kenobi premiere or before it or some I think no, it was after because we didn't know. When Vivian came out as young Leia,
Oh
like
yeah, she came out.
everyone going nuts for her. Like
Yeah.
that was so
Oh,
wholesome.
yeah, that was great. Yeah, so it's possible. If you could visit any era in Star Wars universe, which would it be, and who would you chill with? Oh man, that's a good
Era of Star
question.
Wars? Well, probably prequels, and I would chill at Dex's Diner.
Mm.
I would chill on Coruscant, just kind of like bar hopping, just checking out the nightlife of Coruscant in like prequel, kind of the early prequel before it got a bit Sidiousy. Yeah, like Phantom Menace era, maybe just before.
You
Would be
might catch me around there, because I was thinking, well, first I was thinking maybe in between Phantom and Attack of the Clones to see Padawan Anakin with Qui-Gon like training and like learning stuff, just tagging along, or before Phantom Menace, and I would just want to watch Plagueis, watch Palpatine,
Oh, that's right.
watch Maul, because those guys were
Oh,
all lurking, doing their own
oh.
dirt, doing like going behind each other's back. So I would be
Yeah.
either there or with Mullet Obi-Wan and Padawan Bread Anakin, like, hey, let's go to Caden Nemoidia. What's this business over there you guys got talking about?
Yeah,
So
100%. Or I would also love to be living on Tatooine with all the pod race, or actually not even living on Tatooine. Just like I would follow around what planets they do pod racing
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
tournaments on, and just like spectate all the pod races. I'd do that. That would be cool.
That'd be fun.
Oh, this is so good. Everyone's got some great answers to this question. Actually, I'd chill with Sababa on Tatooine. Bet big credits on all these previous pod races. I love it. Yeah, do that. So good. So good. Shreddy with a deep cut one here, but much respect. I got to go with my boy Meba Gascon. He would be fun to hang out with. Meba Gascon of the Republic. What a guy. Love him. Love
Oh
him.
man, so funny.
Good with
Oh,
Padme. Oh
Quinlan,
yeah,
you
that's
dog.
obvious. How good are you at cutting pears, brother? Because that is what gets the ladies apparently from Naboo. Make sure you cut your fruit nicely for her. Rossi, my favorite era is old era. I wouldn't want to live under 1,000 years of war, though. That's a good point. It's like cool era, 1,000 years of war. You got to weigh that up. You got to weigh that up.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Did we skip this one? To the fun? Did
Yeah,
she
you
get a
haven't read it yet.
package? Yeah, showing out a little bit. I do. I can confirm, DB, that we have the package. She apparently has it now. So thank you so much. We'll be opening up that real soon. But thank you so much for the $10 redos coming straight to Tilly's fund. I love it. I love it. We skipped some more questions. There was more questions before. Where are they?
Let's see.
Oh my god, bitty bops. What a bitty bops. If Wim turns out to be force sensitive, would Jod try and take him on? I don't know how much he could like turn to be force sensitive and like take on Jod next episode. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think he could be force sensitive, but if he is, that's gonna mean or do nothing for their situation. And like Jod, I feel like Jod would just still want to kill him. He's dark. I wonder if like Jod was like trained by a Sith Lord or hung out with the Sith Lord while he was a pirate or something, because he is not good at all, man.
That is actually the one thing which I feel like we might not get resolved in the finale. That would be a bit of a loose end for me if they don't answer. Is his like actual, like, is he actually a Jedi? Like, I feel like every time they talk about it, it's like, well, I have the Force, so I must be. And the kids are like, "Are you?" And he's like, "Maybe." Like it's
He
being super
avoids it.
coy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know. I feel like as long as the story is good, it's okay if they leave it open ended because clearly we know he's has the force and he's force sensitive. But it would be nice
Mm.
to know a little bit more. But then, like, everyone's complaining. I don't want another Order 66 scene because that probably it would lead to that potentially.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I mean, I'm on the fence that I can always do with more 66 scenes, honestly.
Me too. I'm ready to get hurt again. Michael Scott all day, baby. Yes.
Oh, so good. So good. He's no Jedi. Yeah, well, he doesn't act like one, hey. Um he's a dark Jedi, maybe. He's a bit Dooku energy. He has Dooku energy to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Rossi
good.
with the $2. Would you like to work under Thrawn in Chiss Ascendancy? Um, I don't know. I mean,
Prob's
Thrawn.
Prob's not. Prob's not. I feel like he's not a great boss. Like, I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't approve your time off or something. He wouldn't approve your like sick leave or something. Like, I feel like he wouldn't be great to work with.
Yeah, I don't know. You would have to be really good at what you do because if not, he will replace you. You need to be just as efficient as Thrawn to work under him. So if you were to slack off, you're done.
Mm. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. So I'd opt out of that one. What's the one planet that embodies Star Wars best? Probably Tatooine.
Yeah,
Probably Tatooine.
it has to be Tatooine because like A New Hope, it started in a Tatooine, in Phantom Menace, back to Tatooine to get Anakin, and then like even like Attack of the Clones, like Anakin's mother killed on Tatooine. Like so much stuff happens on freaking Tatooine. Yeah, it's the twin sons, baby. Jabba.
Mm. Jabba rules life. There's this guy saying the other day that Jod is the brother Obi-Wan mentioned to young Leia.
Oh, that would be some shit if Obi-Wan's brother was this
Wow.
scumbag. Because he did mention that I remember a brother, but like just because you have a brother doesn't necessarily mean you're force sensitive. But it still could. Imagine if they did that. What's your real name? Jod Kenobi.
That would be actually insane. I kind of like that, how batshit crazy that would be. That would be pretty insane. I actually like that.
Other people were saying, what if Qui-Gon had a secret son and he's Qui-Gon's son? Just because he's kind of Qui-Gon like almost, and he even says like that same quote that Qui-Gon said.
Ooh.
Imagine that Qui-Gon
That's
had
a
a side
cool
chick.
theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think what could like maybe that's why he didn't really train in the temple. That's why he's not a super good guy. But maybe he just kind of learned from Qui-Gon like offhandedly as a young
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That'd
that's
be
cool.
crazy.
That is
Ro-
cool.
Rossi with the $2. Tony and Hannah, don't doubt my tactical abilities. Well, have fun with
Did
Thrawn.
we? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Why does everyone want to go back to Tatooine? Finn.
Yeah, I would have loved in the sequels if Jakku was Tatooine. I don't know if that's like a hot take or people disagree with that, but I wish Jakku was Tatooine.
Yeah, I mean, it basically was. I don't know why they just didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was just a fake Tatooine. Oh God.
Fake Tatooine.
Star Wars nerd Jod Palpatine because somehow he returned. Oh my
Jod
God.
is Snoke. What if Jod turns out to be Snoke and he gets like mangled and he like that's what he turns into? There you go.
What if Jod is Plagueis and Plagueis is somehow Plagueis returned? No, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Somehow
Yeah.
Palpatine returned. Iconic. Well, if no one's got any more juicy goss for us or any questions, we might just start wrapping up for the day because I feel like we hit everything.
Yep.
It's super interesting show, super exciting episode. Can't wait for the finale. It's gonna be really great. I think there's hopefully a lot answered in it, and I can't wait for it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be
Yeah.
very, very exciting.
No, it's gonna be really good. Next week's gonna be super exciting. And I cannot wait to see how it ends, what happens. And I have a feeling there's gonna be some scene at some point where they're gonna like pan to Fern's garage and KB's gonna be in there putting SM-33 together or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'd like that. What if Jod is Dooku's son? What about that?
What if
What
that
about
was
that?
Oh, that'd be nuts.
John Dooku.
That'd be super nuts. John
What's Dooku's
Dooku.
first name? Wait,
Duke. Is
or
he's just
like, is
Count
that his first
Dooku?
name, or is it?
I don't
Or is
know.
it his last
I
name?
think that might be his first name because I read the
I think
book
it's his
too.
first name.
Yeah,
It
because I don't
sounds
think
like a
his
last name.
family's like surname was Dooku. I think that's his first name.
Oh, wow.
I,
Okay. So
yeah.
it won't be John Dooku.
No.
So,
Well, I mean, we could say that for fun.
love it.
Oh,
Love it.
did you see this rumor? Last thing we'll talk about.
I did. I did see it. I tried to trace it back to a source, and I feel like I didn't know the
Sereno's his last
source.
name. Yes,
Sereno.
thank you. Yes,
Really?
Sereno. Yep, that because
Really?
he's from a rich family. He's from a rich family, the Sereno family. It's a super rich family. Read
But
Dooku Jedi Lost because you learn about his
yeah.
family because he has his dad, his sister, and they're like a rich family, and they outcast him because they don't like that he's a Jedi and Force sensitive. So they kind of like disown him.
Mm.
And Dooku is a savage in that book. Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that book actually. Maybe I should pick that up in the little
It's
dark
good.
spell we're about to have.
It's good. But if this happens,
Yes.
I I would scream because that would be so crazy. I love Cal Kestis. I love the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I mean, knowing Star Wars, they always do sort of these backdoor pilots. I would be for that if, I don't know if it's the first night. When are they showing that first Andor season 2 episode? Is that
So
that's happening at Celebration, right? Like it's
well,
starting at while
we
Celebration's on.
we assume we're gonna get at least one, if not two, episodes of Andor. So I mean, we'll see.
Mm. What one thing that could be cool. Okay, now I'm building up my expectations. Damn it. Okay, first 2 episodes of Andor drop. Wow, brain died there. And that happens on the first day of Celebration, and they do a little, well, not little, a massive watch party for it. We all sit down and watch it in the room, and then in those first 2 episodes, Cal Kestis appears. Everyone goes, "Oh my god, it's Cal Kestis!" And then people that don't know, they go, "Oh, look, it's a guy called Cal Kestis." And then last day of Celebration, they announce a new TV show coming 2026, The Mantis Crew. And it's a TV show about Cal and Merrin and Grease
that
and all
would
that.
be nuts. I would love that. I would love that.
It's
But
like, and because they've done every show like that, where it's like Ahsoka popped out in Mando, then it's a Ahsoka show. Boba, yeah. So it's like, okay,
no, it's possible. I guess we'll see. But yeah, Zuhair, I did see that rumor, and I'm like, now watching Andor, I'm gonna be like, where's Cal at? Where's Cal at? It's gonna be in the back of my mind the whole time now.
Yeah,
So
100%, 100%.
yeah.
Amazing. Well, let's close out the show, Tony. I think we talked many shit posting theories today. Love it. Love it.
Yes. All right, guys. So thank you guys. It was a great time. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, to talk the finale of Skeleton Crew. But remember, always cut to the Sith side.